Alright, so a couple people have asked me where I've been, what I've been up to, how come I haven't made any videos lately. So I just wanted to give you this update as what's been going on with my fitness. I'm still plugging along, doing yet another round of P90x. This one is not going to be complete. It's, I guess you would call it a hybrid round. I'm doing the strength workouts in line with the phases as they're called for. However, I'm not doing plyo and I'm not doing yoga. I am biking instead of that. And occasionally I will throw in Kempo because I just think it's fun. And of course you got to add that into the running that I do because I'm an avid runner. And that's what I've been up to lately. Still making, the gains are small but incremental gains. I think I've put on a little more arm strength and pec and ab strength. I have, supplement-wise, I have basically still sticking to creatine and protein, which I believe is the only thing you need to do P90X. Although for this round I have added BCAAs, or branched-chain amino acids, in a pure form. This idea I got from Louis Marco's videos, Luimarco. You can check him out. He's got some interesting things to say. Not everybody agrees with him. As is the case with everything, but the combination of the creatine and the BCAA seems to be working a little bit. I mean, I've tried other supplements. I've tried L-glutamine, which I didn't think did anything for me, and I kind of stopped that after a month. And I've done other things. You might have to look at some of my other videos to see what I've been up to. I recently reintroduced whey protein. I had mentioned in a previous video that I had cut it out, and I was going to try to get all my protein from natural sources like fish and meat and poultry and things like that. But I just didn't think like I was getting enough, so I've added whey protein back in. So I take creatine and mix with BCAAs right after workout, and then probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes later I have some protein. I'm still eating good, although lately I have to say I've fallen off the wagon a little bit, and I've had some ice cream. God, boy, ice cream is really good when you haven't had it in a while. But it's summertime, and I don't think I'll eat a lot of it in the winter, so I don't. I'm not going to get all crazy about it. My weight's still good, and my fat percentage and muscle percentage is still good, so I don't care. All right, now I've added a couple of workout friends to help me along. I finally bought a bike. I was looking for a bike for a year at least, and either they were too expensive or the ones that I could afford I didn't think I'd be able to live with for a long time. But I finally found one that A, was in my budget, and B, that I could live with for a long time, thanks to a local bike shop who made me just an offer I just could not refuse on a last year's model, a Fuji Pro. And here's a picture of this beauty. I just love this bike. Very light. Also, I added some new running shoes. These are trail shoes that I ordered online from Salomon's. These are, because I do most of my running on the trails now. These shoes have over 100 miles in them, and I'm enjoying them. Haven't run much in my Convaras because I haven't really done much racing per se. I did. Oh, before I forget, let me throw out a congratulations to my daughter, whose most recent race, not only did she win first place in her age group, but also set a PR for her, and I know she was really, really happy about that. And I was glad to be there at the end to see those smiles. That was really nice. I recently finished a mini mud run, because next year I would like to do a real mudder, which is like 10 to 12 miles, but I just wanted to see what they're like, and so I did a mini mud run. My time in years past for this event would have placed me either first or second in my age group, but boy, a lot of fast people showed up this year in my age group, so I didn't even get first, second, or third. That was a bummer. I was a little bummed by that. But considering I was like the 8th to 10th oldest person in a field of several thousand runners, I beat like 85% of the field, so I was happy about that, despite the fact that I had to walk parts of it, not because I could not because I was too tired to run. It's just that the footing was so the footing was so soft, and a couple of those uphills. I said, but you know, you're either gonna struggle to run this, or maybe you'll save your energy and walk these couple of uphills, and then save that energy for a better part of the race. Whether that's, you know, what can I say? It's the first time I've ever had to walk since I've started, you know, getting back into fitness shape. But apparently, a lot of other people were walking, or when they were running a lot slower than I was, because I still managed to place pretty high overall. Not as high as I wanted to, because I mean, I was probably 4 to 6 minutes slower. But you know, these things happen. You know what? You do the best you can, and you forget the rest, right? That's what he says. Do your best and forget. Else, I wanted to. I guess that's it. Oh yeah, Paul Roberts, do it, man. You can do this. You're doing it good. Just you need to increase those weights. You know, check on Craigslist, like somebody mentioned. But you need in order to get that full benefit for P90X, I think you really need to get those weights up. I started with 15s, 25s, and 30s. Now I'm curling in 40s. So, you know, the heavier you can lift, the more results you're going to see. All right, so here are some pictures I'm going to put on here at the tail end of this coming up right here. And from the mud run, this was me coming into the mud pit, in the mud pit, coming out of the mud pit, coming up the hill out of the mud pit, and finally heading towards the finish line. I hope you enjoy these pictures. I think this is also a shot of the moon as we headed out early in the morning. My daughter came out with me and took a bunch of pictures. And hope you enjoy them. And if you're doing, guys and girls doing P90X, you know what I always say? You know, you can say it with me, right? 90% of success is just showing up. Bring it.